The Echoes of a Forgotten Promise. The trunk arrived on a Thursday, its weathered wooden panels held together by rusted iron bands. It had been shipped from Jaisalmer, a town my father refused to visit even on a map. "No good comes from that desert," he'd mutter, his jaw tightening as if the sandstorms had etched their way into his bones. But when the delivery man left it on our deli porch, something hummed in the air. A whisper, a warning. Inside the trunk, beneath moth-eaten shawls and a cracked porcelain doll, lay a velvet pouch. It held a silver Hathful hand harness, the kind Rajasthani brides wore centuries ago. Engraved on its centerpiece was a name, Lila, my father's mother who died when he was 4. But tucked into the jewelry's folds was a sepia photograph of a woman who wasn't her. This woman stood in front of a Haveli, her eyes sharp as daggers, a toddler on her hip. On the back, in faded Urdu, Aziza and Noor, 1947. My father's face turned ash gray when I showed him. "Burn it," he hissed. "This is cursed." But curses, like secrets, demand to be unraveled. I boarded a train to Jaisalmer the next day. The desert stretched endlessly, a golden sea swallowing time. In the old city, I showed the photo to a shopkeeper selling camel leather journals. He squinted. "This Haveli, it's near the Kaaba fort ruins, abandoned since partition." The Haveli stood like a skeleton, its sandstone walls pockmarked by bullets. Inside, wind whistled through shattered windows, carrying echoes of laughter and screams. In a collapsed bedroom, I found a child's anklet beneath rubble. And a diary, its pages brittle but intact. March 3rd, 1947. Abba has promised me to Karim. He's 40, I'm 16. When I begged Ami to stop this, she slapped me. "You'll starve otherwise," she said. "But Noor's cough grows worse. How can I leave her?" The diary belonged to Aziza. Her words were a storm: fear, love, rage. She wrote of Noor, her baby sister who'd been ill since birth, of Karim, the merchant who'd offered a dowry of medicine and gold, and of Adil, the boy who'd taught her to read under the neem tree, his fingers brushing hers as they traced Urdu poetry. April 14th, 1947. Adil kissed me today. His lips tasted of tamarind and rebellion. He says we'll run away to Lahore, but Lahore is becoming Pakistan, and Jaisalmer? Who knows what this town will be? The diary's last entry. August 12th, 1947. They're coming, the mobs. Karim says Muslims must flee or die, but Adil is Hindu. He wants to hide us. Ami says no. They'll kill us all. I've packed Noor's medicines. We leave tonight. If we survive, meet me at the well where we first... The page tore there. I tracked down Adil's descendants through a local historian. His grandson Vikram ran a cafe in Jaipur. When I walked in, he stared at the photo of Aziza. "Dadaji spoke of her," he said quietly. "He died searching for her." Over cardamom chai, Vikram shared fragments. Adil had waited at the well for 3 days. Aziza never came. Rumors said her family's caravan was ambushed near the border. Noor's body was found in the sand, still clutching her sister's dupatta. Aziza vanished. "But why is this linked to your family?" Vikram asked. The answer came from an old midwife in Jaisalmer's slums. Her hands trembled as she held the Hathful. Aziza didn't die. A Sikh soldier saved her. She was pregnant, Adil's child. To protect the baby, she married a Hindu refugee, changed her name to Lila. My grandmother. The truth slithered out. Aziza, torn from her identity, had buried her past to shield her daughter, my aunt, who died in childhood. My father, born years later, never knew his mother's real name. Her silence became his inheritance, but the desert keeps receipts. In a forgotten well near Kaaba Fort, I found a tin box. Inside, a bundle of Adil's letters, never sent, and a lock of Noor's hair. The last letter, Aziza. I named our daughter Noor. She has your eyes. Find us. Adil. Our daughter. The aunt I'd never met was Adil's child. My father's hatred of Jaisalmer wasn't about the desert. It was about a bloodline he'd unknowingly rejected. When I returned home, he sat in the dark, Aziza's diary in his lap. I look like her, he whispered, tracing the photo. All these years, I thought she was a ghost. Not a ghost, I said. A survivor. That night, we lit a candle for Noor, Aziza, Adil, and the echoes of a promise that outlived borders, blood, and time.